the Niners are reporting to rookie minicamp this weekend. It's a 3-day camp. It's open to the media one day. I get to see
that was my
practice.
Could I say something?
Yes.
I just saw the schedule. Is it customary that you only get their media one day, or is this different?
I'll have to go through I never delete emails, so I can go and look in the past. They didn't do this last year. I don't remember what it was in the past, but my recollection is basically teams give you the bare minimum. Although what I've heard is that Robert Saleh is giving reporters an hour every day to watch practice as opposed to the customary 15 minutes. Good for Robert Saleh in New York. It's a good way to win over some reporters.
Well, he's a very clever man, and I
Yes.
like that you told me that. Anyway, I don't know what the custom is with the Niners. I don't see why they limit you to one day.
Me neither. It's too bad. They should be broadcasting it themselves, but instead they're limiting it to one day.
Yeah, they should want you to see who they have. They should want the media to feel included.
Yep.
All of a sudden, immediately you feel excluded. And as a journalist, that would burn me up, and I would remember it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would remember that. That's important. All right, but
I would remember it. And they hold on, Iggy. They would want a break from me someday. And then the miserable punk that I am, I would think, no, you only gave me one day. Sorry, watch this. Yeah. That's how I feel.
That's right. And now that's why, to me, Robert Saleh is so smart, because he's going up. He's in the ultimate Shark Tank in New York, and it's tough to get those reporters on your side. Now he's going to have to win, but he's being very smart. They're already talking about how down to earth and charming he is. I'm like, guys, you don't know Robert Saleh. He is whatever he wants you to be. I love Robert Saleh, but he's a chess player, and he's 8 moves ahead of you every time. I love him.
Yeah.
Every time. All right. So the Niners have rookie minicamp. I'll be there for one day. I'll get to see a snapshot of what they're doing. The number one focus of rookie minicamp, at least what it should be from my perspective. Tell me what you think. And I already know they're going to disagree with me on this. I've seen the schedule.
You say what it is.
Yeah. To me, there should be
one focus.
No injuries. No injuries. This is an injury-prone team. These are players that haven't played. Trey Lance, he hasn't played really since 2019. Same with the third-round pick, the cornerback, Ambry Thomas. They've been lifting, but they can't replicate the emotion, the adrenaline, all of that stuff that goes on a football field. They're not ready for this. So also, there's going to be players on the field who don't have contracts, tryout guys, who are going to be playing much harder than the guys who do have contracts. It's all set up for injury, especially if the coaches structure it in such a way where there's competition. 7-on-7, 11-on-11, anything where players are competing, you're asking for someone to get hurt, because I don't believe a lot of their bodies are ready for physical competition. So what they should be focused on is teaching and learning and the mental aspects of the game.
Yeah, another cliche way to say it is they're not in football shape.
Correct.
They're not in football shape, and if anybody were to get injured in this rookie camp, that would be terrible, especially the quarterback. So I agree with you, Iggy. You would think, oh, the most important thing is to develop the quarterback. That's very important. The most important thing is let's get out of this alive.
Get out of this alive and teach them your system. Learn about their bodies. Learn about what each individual player needs in terms of conditioning and strength, because it's not all the same. It's a diagnostic for everyone. You don't need to throw them into team drills right away, but they're going to. I saw the schedule. On Friday, they say that practice is open until team drills. Then the reporters can watch, and the cameras have to stop rolling. So they're going to basically treat it like a regular practice, which I'm not saying someone's going to get hurt, but they're running the risk. And if someone does, you're like, what were you thinking? That's the first unnecessary thing. And Kyle disagrees with me. But, Kyle, you're the one with the team that always has the injured players. So maybe you should think about some of this stuff.
In fact, you're doing quality control right now, Iggy.
Yes. Hey, man, I'm trying to make sure none of these players get hurt. What if Trey Sermon pulls his hamstring? What if Trey Lance breaks a bone in his foot running around the way that Deebo Samuel did last year on his own? I mean, you can really avoid that. Just get these guys learning your system, and then they'll be ready to compete when OTAs start in a couple of weeks. It just seems like you want to go slow, especially because there was a pandemic last year and a few of your players didn't even play football. Some of these guys haven't played in 2 years.
Iggy, the OTAs are in a few weeks?
Yes, starting in the 24th. So 13
that's
days.
Very interesting. And so what you're saying is learn the system and get into shape so you can perform in OTAs. It seems a reasonable progression.
It feels like freshman orientation at high school. You don't go to class at freshman orientation. You're not actually learning or being tested. You're just getting your feet underneath you so you're not totally overwhelmed when the seniors with the cars and the goatees pull up.
You had freshman orientation in high school?
I did at Bishop O'Dowd, 3 days. Yes. How to take notes, how to study, all that stuff. It was helpful.
We didn't have it at Midwood High School in Brooklyn. They just threw you in there.
Well, I've seen Midwood High School. There's like 8,000 kids that go there. It's a college.
Right.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It looked bigger than or as big as Lafayette College, kind of.
Oh, it had
All right.
more people.
So we're saying don't get anyone injured.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Lafayette, hold on, I'm talking here. Lafayette College had 1,500 people. When I went, all guys. It was 1,500, all guys.
Wow.
Midwood High School had 4,000.
Jeez, that's amazing. So you went from basically middle school to high school back to middle school.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Wow.
Except they eliminated the girls.
Yikes. That's a bad progression. That's not what you want. Oh, well.
Yeah.
At least you made it to Stanford. Which is amazing. Stanford also has very few students, but it also has like an 8,000 acre campus. Seems like very nice.
In fact, Iggy, my year when I entered in the graduate program in English,
yes,
we were entering fall of '66. There were 35 of us.
Amazing.
That's all.
You've seen what UCLA's like during the day on a Tuesday. It's like a beehive. It feels like there's 1 million people on that campus. Stanford is like the biggest country club of all time, reserved for 500 people. The 500 best and brightest 18-year-olds in the world. It's very nice. I didn't get in though. They weren't impressed by my resume.
Any money. I gave Lafayette money.